Welcome. I'm Diane Yellow, a certified psychic. Today, I'm going to talk about men and women. It is time that each and every one of us change some of the roles that we've been given as women and men. Men, it's time for you to co-create with the woman. It's time that women, you co-create with the men. Men, it's time for you to be responsible for helping out. It's a world where there's duality today, where women work and men work, where there's children that need to be raised, houses need to be taken care of, food needs to be bought and fixed, clothes need to be washed, cars need to be taken care of, yards need to be taken care of, and anything else that is in the household and for the family unit. It is just not the woman's duty to do all the other things, that is the nurturing and the taking care of and the supporting, as well as the working. And men, it's your responsibility not just do all the working, but also participate in doing the home situations and the nurturing and the taking care of. The attitude that men can sit back and allow themselves to be pampered and taken care of, and that women don't have that same pampering and being taken care of from the men. It's turning over, but we need to be doing both. We need to. Women are tired. Women, you need to quit mothering and taking care of the men in your life. You can be supportive, emotional, and loving. You can be a friend and a lover, a companion. You don't need to mother them. When you mother them, then their identities are going to go into the aspect of being more childlike. Same thing if men are doing this to women, they're going to be childlike. And men, you don't need to be controlling and manipulating and cynical or all the different things that you do by nature, because you don't think on the same level with your emotional base as women do. But it doesn't mean that it's right. This is 2013. It's time now that everybody be seen as souls first and spirits and then the genders. But it doesn't matter, because we both have male and female genders within our beings. We have the emotional base and the mental and intellectual base, the working base. We have all the things that make us be whole and complete by ourselves. So we're in a millennium now where we need to start co-creating with each other. What I would suggest that you do is that there's lots of things that need to be done in a household. Sit down and agree upon what you do like and you don't like. And then work out. Let everybody do the things they like the most first. And then, of course, there's always going to be some things that have to be done that are not liked, because that's part of the process of life. Positive and negative, yin and yang, up and down, back and forth. So it's important that you realize and also make commitments to the fact is that, you know, I'm willing to do the dishes if you're willing to cook. And maybe this will run a couple months, maybe it'll run 6 months, maybe it'll run a week. Doesn't matter, but make an agreement. And whenever you get tired of doing something, then go to your partner or your friend and say, hey, you know what? I really would like to have this responsibility taken off of me for a period of time. Would you be able to do that for me? In a loving way, open up your heart and do that. Change, exchange. Life gets boring when you keep doing the same thing over and over. And I'm sorry, but the women still have an attitude that they're somewhat a bit of a slave and they're still overworking. And men still have the attitude that they're boys and they get the glory. This is no longer a truism in the cultures that we're living in anymore. It's come from the past and it will die out. Each and every one of you can go above your circumstances, and if you start co-creating in your relationships, the divorces will be less, the heartaches will be less, the fighting will be less. Because all people are fighting over at this time and day is not necessarily money, although it's important. It's TV remote. They fight over that. They fight over who's going to do the dishes, who did this, who didn't do that. So why don't we all start doing things differently and realize that certain things need to be done, because that is called respect and responsibility of self and the soul. and take turns doing things and co-create. Go out and do things. You don't have to spend a lot of money. Bring the family unit back. Bring yourself back into unity and bonding. Turn off that TV. You don't have to watch all the games. You don't have to watch all the soap operas. You don't have to watch all the movies. Start communicating. We're in a world where there's everything that's in front of us, and we don't talk and we don't share. And the next thing you know, we're feeling alone in our relationships and abandoned. And when that happens, then everything's going to go downhill. It's not that people are lonely and they can't be with themselves. It's that we are intended to be with other people and co-create, enjoy each other, blend with each other. Don't be selfish with ourselves. Give of ourselves freely. And if there's something you can't tolerate doing, then make it clear with your person that that's not what you're going to do. But be willing to bend in some other area. Everything is workable if people get to the point of working out what it is and hearing each other. Please hear the women in your life. When they say they're tired, they're tired. And men, when you're tired of doing the things you're doing, say you're tired. But remember, it isn't just getting up, going to work, and taking care of yourself on a personal level, and come home and sitting down and then doing nothing and let someone else put extra hours in before it's time to go to bed. Come on, let's all wake up and work together. Get the children working. Get everybody working together as a unit. Things can be a lot of fun that way and not so much a drudgery. Remember, it's your life, and you can be happy in it if you co-create with the other person. Quit fighting with the other person. Women are to the point where they're not going to put up with it anymore, guys, and they're going to walk away from it. And women, men are not going to stop taking advantage of the fact if you mother them and do too much for them and bail them out and think for them, they're going to take it for that moment, but somewhere along the line they're going to resent it, because it is natural for each and every one of us to be responsible for ourselves, to think for ourselves and act for ourselves. So I know each and every one of you can go above and beyond your circumstances, and I ask that you do, because most relationships can really work out and stay together. People are put together for many reasons, and a lot of time they're more good reasons than not. So until next time, work it out, change the rules, get out of the old tapes, and begin anew. And until next time, I send you love, light, and life, and talk to you soon. Bye-bye.